There is a question that quietly lives in the minds of many people. How can I make more money? It appears during long workdays. It appears when bills arrive. It appears when someone scrolls through images of luxurious lifestyles online. Money promises comfort. Money promises freedom. Money promises a life without stress. Because of this promise, millions of people dedicate their energy to chasing it. They work longer hours. They search for better jobs. They study ways to increase income. And there is nothing wrong with wanting financial stability. Money plays an important role in life. It helps people support their families. It helps people access opportunities. It creates security in uncertain times. But there is a lesson that many people learn too late. Money does not automatically solve the problems people expect it to solve. Imagine a young man named Ravi. Ravi grew up believing that financial success would fix everything in his life. He watched successful people driving expensive cars and living in beautiful homes. To him, those images represented happiness. So Ravi worked very hard. He studied long hours. He pursued promotions. He sacrificed weekends and vacations. Years later, his income finally increased significantly. For the first time, Ravi could afford many things he once dreamed about. A better apartment, new gadgets, expensive dinners. At first it felt exciting, but after some time, something strange happened. The excitement faded. The stress did not disappear, and the sense of satisfaction he expected never fully arrived. One evening, sitting alone in his apartment, Ravi asked himself a quiet question. Why do I still feel the same? This moment happens to more people than most realize. The truth is that money amplifies the habits and mindset you already have. If someone learns how to manage their life, their priorities, and their emotions before chasing money, financial success becomes a powerful tool. But if those foundations are missing, money often creates bigger problems instead of solving them. Before chasing money, there is something more important to understand. How to manage yourself. Imagine someone who suddenly earns twice as much money as before. If their spending habits remain uncontrolled, the extra income will disappear quickly. If their lifestyle grows faster than their savings, financial stress will remain. If their sense of identity depends entirely on material success, satisfaction will always feel temporary. This is why some people earn very high salaries, but still feel trapped by financial pressure. It is not the amount of money that creates stability. It is the relationship a person has with money. A woman named Sophia once worked in a busy corporate environment. Many of her colleagues earned impressive salaries, but she noticed something unusual. Despite their income, many of them constantly worried about money. They upgraded their lifestyle every time their salary increased. Larger apartments, more expensive cars, luxury purchases. At first, these changes felt rewarding, but over time, their expenses expanded to match their income. The more they earned, the more they felt they needed. This cycle is known as lifestyle inflation. It quietly prevents financial freedom. When income rises but spending rises faster, money never creates breathing space. The person remains busy chasing the next raise. Another lesson many people overlook is the value of skills. Some individuals chase money directly. They search for shortcuts, quick profits, fast rewards, but sustainable income usually follows valuable skills. Skills solve problems. Skills create opportunities. Skills allow a person to adapt to changes in the world. Imagine two people beginning their careers. One focuses only on earning money quickly. The other focuses on learning skills that make them useful. At first, the difference may not be visible. But after several years, the second person often has more opportunities, more flexibility, and greater long-term earning potential. Money is often a result. Skill is often the cause. Another foundation that matters before chasing money is discipline. Discipline shapes how a person uses time, energy, and resources. Without discipline, money becomes easy to lose. With discipline, even modest income can grow steadily. Consider the habit of saving. Many people believe they will start saving once they earn more money. But saving is not created by income alone. It is created by behavior. Someone who saves a small percentage of a modest salary often continues that habit when income increases. But someone who spends everything at a lower income may continue spending everything at a higher income. The habit remains the same. Money simply magnifies the pattern. There is also the question of purpose. Why do people chase money? Sometimes the answer is survival. Sometimes it is comfort. Sometimes it is recognition. But if someone chases money without understanding their deeper goals, the pursuit can feel endless. Imagine climbing a ladder very quickly. You move higher and higher. But one day you look around and realize the ladder is leaning against the wrong wall. This is why clarity matters before chasing wealth. When someone understands what kind of life they want to build, money becomes a tool that supports that vision. Without that clarity, money becomes the destination itself. And destinations without meaning often feel empty once they are reached. Another lesson worth learning before chasing money is gratitude. This idea may sound simple, but it changes perspective. People who constantly focus only on what they do not have often feel dissatisfied, even when their situation improves. But people who appreciate what they already have tend to experience success differently. Gratitude creates balance. It reminds a person that financial progress is valuable, but it is not the only source of happiness. Relationships matter. Health matters. Time matters. Experiences matter. When money becomes the only measurement of success, other important parts of life can quietly disappear. Ravi eventually realized that he had spent many years chasing an image of success, without questioning what it meant to him personally. One evening, he wrote a simple sentence in a notebook. What kind of life do I actually want? This question changed his perspective. Instead of measuring success only by income, he began thinking about balance. Time with family, opportunities to learn, meaningful work, financial stability rather than endless accumulation. Money remained important, but it was no longer the only goal. It became a tool to support the life he wanted to build. The moment someone begins seeing money as a tool instead of the destination, something powerful happens. Pressure decreases. Decisions become clearer. Spending becomes more intentional. Saving becomes easier. And financial growth becomes more sustainable. Before chasing money, it is worth learning these lessons. Understand your values. Develop useful skills. Practice discipline. Build healthy habits with money. Define what success actually means to you. When these foundations exist, money becomes helpful rather than stressful. The chase becomes purposeful instead of exhausting. And success becomes something deeper than numbers in a bank account. Money can improve life, but only when the person earning it understands how to use it wisely. Otherwise, the pursuit of wealth can become a race with no finish line. So before you chase money, pause for a moment. Ask yourself what kind of life you truly want. Because money is powerful, but wisdom about money is even more powerful. And learning that lesson early can change the direction of your entire future.